Hi friends, and welcome to the Healthy Beyond 40 show. I'm Michelle, mom of four and military wife. I have my doctorate in physical therapy, and I'm an online personal trainer, health coach, and yoga teacher. Do you wish that you had more energy and could get into shape? Do you feel like you're struggling to lose weight? Maybe you've tried a diet before, but it just wasn't sustainable, and now you don't know how to get started. We're going to look at health holistically here, and most importantly, keep things simple and quick. If you're ready to develop healthier habits, exercise consistently, and lose weight sustainably without long workouts or following strict diets, then you're in the right place. In this podcast, I bring together my expertise with real life strategies. No magic pill here, so lace up those shoes and get moving. Are you wondering the benefits of fish oil? If you need it, and how to choose a good supplement if you do need it. Well, today I'm going to be talking all about the benefits of fish oil because I think it's something that is often overlooked but can have an effect on our health. So generally, as a society, we are eating less fish than we used to. I know my grandma, she grew up on the East Coast and she grew up loving seafood. For me, I grew up in the Midwest, not so much, but I do remember as a child, we used to go up to Minnesota and Wisconsin, and we would go fishing. I would fish, and I remember actually cleaning the fish too, and we would have a fish fry, but somewhere along the way, we turned into a water ski family. We didn't fish anymore, and I really didn't eat much fish after that. For most of my life, especially my adult life, once I went off to college, I wasn't eating any fish or seafood. And recently, I've been trying to add a little bit of fish. I'm still not great with it, but I also add a supplement because I got my levels of omega tested and they were not good at all. But I will talk more about that later. So just as a disclaimer, before we get started is to check with your doctor before taking any supplements. Generally, fish oil is safe. It can have a blood thinning effect, but always just check with your doctor and use your judgment here. I'm just providing some information in this podcast. So what is fish oil? So fish oil is rich in omega-3, and in omega-3, there's different parts of it called EPA, DHA, and DPA. So those different parts of it are important for our brain. So our brain is mainly made up of fat, and a big chunk of that fat is this omega-3 fatty acid that we can only get through our diet. So it's not something that our body produces. We have to eat it to get it. So it is an essential fatty acid. It is the building block of our cells. So this is why it's crucial that we are consuming fish or having a fish oil supplement. So you can also get a vegan version of fish oil because what happens is that the fish feed off of the algae and the seaweed, and that's where they get their omega-3s from. Generally, if you're getting a good source of a vegan omega-3, it's going to be more expensive. So if you're looking for a vegan option, it is out there. And there's going to be a link in the description to my website that is going to have more information about different things that I'm talking about and products that I use and trust and like. So when we're talking about getting enough of these essential fatty acids from omegas, is one thing that it helps to do is when we're getting enough omega-3, we're stabilizing our cell membrane. So we're making it less excitable. So this is why fish oil affects so many different systems. So you might hear different claims that fish oil helps with this, and it's because the fish oil is helping with our cells, and our cells are in every part of our body. So that's why it affects so many different systems in our body. So one person might see more symptoms coming up in one area, maybe their gut. Another person might see symptoms coming up in their heart health or their airways or their muscles, because everybody's body is going to react a little bit differently, but it's affecting these cells. So when we're having enough omega-3s, we're able to stabilize that cell membrane better, making it less excitable, and the cells work better. So we also need fish oil to help with cardiac health. You can look it up. Things with blood pressure, cholesterol, these omega-3s are really important for it. It also helps with our muscles. If you look anything up about ADD, ADHD, it is always there in that literature. They will bring up about getting enough omega-3s because it affects our brain. Having enough omega-3s can also affect our gut health. So I find this super interesting. And I had heard this, but I wanted to look it up and make sure there's actual science with it. And there is. So one study published in Natural Science Journal found that omega-3 fatty acids increase the diversity of the healthy gut bacteria. So that is so helpful when we are getting more good gut bacteria and more diversity of it. So you might have heard fish have mercury and some of these other pollutants in it because those are in our water source. So when you're looking into a supplement, you want to make sure that it is free of those heavy metals and other contaminants that happen to our fish, sadly, because of pollution and how we dispose of things. But what happens is then when these pesticides and pollutants and heavy metals are removed, it also tends to break down the oil. So the fish oil that I take has polyphenols added, so in the form of a special type of extra virgin olive oil. And what this helps to do is that it helps the fish oil to work better and have more of an anti-inflammatory effect. It also helps the oil from not oxidizing. And so when fish oil becomes oxidized, it has that fishy smell, that fishy burp. That is no fun. So I know I did cod liver for a while, and sometimes that would happen. So making sure that it's processed in a way and has polyphenols added is going to help your body to absorb it better, because we want to be able to take in nutrients and we need our body to absorb it. So these polyphenols help it to do it. So the next thing I want to talk about is who needs fish oil? Who would benefit from this? And this is going to be most people, because most of us are deficient in enough omega-3s. And you have probably heard while you're pregnant to make sure that you're taking a supplement, or sometimes they add it to baby food because it is so important. But somehow I feel like it's really missed in the overall health of our country and what is promoted. So someone who has inflammation. So in general, when we're not having enough omega-3s, we're going to have more inflammation in our body. In one of the episodes further, I'm going to talk more about this omega-3, omega-6 balance ratio. So I'm not going to go too deep into that. But just know that if you're having any type of inflammation, that fish oil might help you. And also there's this new word called inflammaging. So where we're just becoming more inflammatory, our life expectancy is going down, and really our health expectancy. So we're living a less healthy life too, and we're not living as long. So this just goes back to what I talk about on here, taking care of our health, our body, making these small changes in our nutrition and our movement and our exercise so that we can live healthier. And then also adding in these supplements and making sure that we're getting good nutrition when we can. So me and my husband, we both got our levels tested, and they were absolutely terrible because we don't eat any fish and I wasn't supplementing with any. And especially as women, if you have had children, you're going to be more prone to being lower in these omega-3s, because what happens if you're not consuming enough, the baby is going to take those omega-3s from your brain to their body. So think of that brain fog. So, and all those other things that can happen after you have a baby. Of course, some of it's caused from just pure exhaustion, but sometimes we're becoming deficient in some of these essential nutrients. So who doesn't need it? There's probably not many people that don't need to supplement with fish oil. The only way to know is to get your levels tested. And there's going to be a link down below where you can test your levels at home, find out what it is, and if you need to supplement, so you can start supplementing with the right product too. The next thing I want to add is if you are going to supplement, how much you should do it. So in general, I was just looking up some different research. So one from the American Heart Association says about 3 grams, or that would be 3,000 milligrams. And there's another one that again is saying 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams, and that is combined of EPA and DHA. You want to make sure that you're getting both. You don't want a supplement that is just focusing just on one. We really need both of those to get the complete picture and to get the different nutrients that our body and our brain needs. So when choosing a good supplement, you want to make sure that it's having both of those, the EPA and the DHA. You want to make sure that it doesn't go rancid, that it's not getting that fishy oil or smell. You want to make sure that there's not pollutants in it. Ones that have added polyphenols are great. So I'm going to link the one that I've been using for my family for 6 months ago, because that's when I found it. And we've been really happy with it. It tastes so much better. And I think it's also in an affordable range for a good quality fish oil. I've also noticed a difference since supplementing it with my skin. Ever since my 4th child, I've had this rough patch of skin on my chin, and I've tried different face stuff that will help temporarily, like different masks or lotions, but it's never quite solved it. And finally, after supplementing, I'm starting to see a change. It is not completely gone yet, but this is the first thing that makes a difference. And as I was saying before, that the baby pulls that omega-3s from the mom's brain, it makes sense why this started during pregnancy, and probably why I haven't regained it, because I have not been supplementing. Every once in a while, I would get into taking fish oil, but I wouldn't stay consistent with it because it didn't taste good. So this has been really helpful to me. So you're going to see the link down below for that, so you can check it out. If you guys have any questions about it, just reach out to me. I also want to say that the brand of fish oil I use, they put what recommended amount you should take based on your body weight. And I think this is so important when I'm looking at the American Heart Association or these other science studies. They're not doing it based on body weight. It's like child or adult takes this much. But if someone weighs twice as much as me, they're probably going to need more fish oil. So this company puts it based on your body weight so that you can be getting the right amount for what you need. So I just love this fact. It makes it super simple, and it's really easy to individualize it for yourself. So if you guys have any questions, reach out. I would love to help and support you along your health journey. And also keep in mind, guys, you can always have a free call with me. So there's going to be a link to set up a call if you guys have any questions. All right, guys, keep on moving and have a great day.